welcome back to my lecture series. This is Muthuminal R, Assistant Professor from the Department of Agricultural Engineering at SNS College of Technology. Today our topic will be on classification and basic methods of surveying that comes under the unit Overview and Classification of Surveying under the subject Surveying and Leveling for the students of second year third semester. Before going into the session, let us have a small recap what and all we have seen at the previous classes. We have seen about basic concepts that is involved in surveying, what are the objectives of surveying, and what are the principles and uses of surveying. The main objective of surveying is to prepare a plan and a map. And the main principle of surveying is to split the whole area into part and also to fix two new points. So here the surveying could be mainly classified into two types. The first one is plain surveying. So according to the space involved, this kind of surveying was relatively suitable for small area, and also the surface of earth can be supposed to be flat. That means that we are assuming that the surface of the earth is flat and the measurements could be plotted represent a horizontal projection of the actual field measurement as shown here. So this kind of survey will help us to identify two radii point which are supposed to be parallel, and when the length between these 2 points is small. This is how these kind of surveying could be taken care of, and that surveying is named as plane surveying. Plane surveying is nothing but a surveying where we are assuming the surface as flat and not circular. The second method is geodetic surveying. So here, since initially we are identifying the surveying method by considering the surface as flat, what happens? We are not going to consider the entire area. Here at a picture I have shown you, size does matter. So obviously we have to consider the entire area. That means that I have to assume that the surface is not flat but it is circular. So this kind of method is said to be as geodetic surveying, and under this kind of surveying it is suitable for larger area. The surfaces of the earth cannot be supposed to be flat and the curvature of the earth has to be taken into account. That means that I'm going to multiply everything with the circumference of the earth's surface. So obviously there is going to be a change and no horizontal projection is said to be used. Mostly this kind of surveying used for establishing a control network and determining the size and shape of the earth and also the gravity field of the earth. So this type of surveying is said to be as geodetic surveying. So at the next class, what we'll see in the sense, we'll see the classification of surveying based on four methods. The first one is nature of field, the second one is objective of survey, third one is methods employed, and the fourth one is instruments used. Because before that what we have seen are the basic methods that are involved in surveying. According to the nature, objective, the methods and the instrument used, the surveying could be classified into several kinds of types. So depending upon the instrument, for example, if I am going to use a chain to measure a distance, then it is said to be as chain surveying. And also if I am going to use a principle, that is triangulation, then it is said to be, the method involved is said to be as triangulation. If I am going to consider a traversing type, then it is said to be as control points are in traversed type. So this is how we can classify surveying depending upon the nature, type and everything. So these are the things that we'll see at the next class. So this is what I have prepared for today's class. If you guys have any kind of doubt or anything, ping me anytime. See you at the next class. Thank you. So here is a reference video that I have prepared. Before closing the session, let us watch this.
Principles of surveying. Principles of surveying. This video explains the two fundamental principles of surveying. The two fundamental principles of surveying are location of a point by measurement from two reference points, working from whole to part. Location of a point by measurement from two reference points. The relative position of a point to be surveyed is located by measurement from at least two reference points whose positions are already fixed. Let A and B are the reference points on the ground. The distance of is measured and positions are plotted on a sheet to some scale. Thus, these reference points A and B are used for fixing the relative positions of the other points. Let the other point be C, which can be located by different direct methods. Method 1, the distance AC and BC not followed will result in accumulation of errors of greater magnitude, which finally result in making work uncontrollable. These are principles of surveying. Thank you for watching.
So this is the outcome of the principles and about the uh, things that we have seen, that is the main classification basic methods involved in surveying. So see you at the next class. Thank you.